What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to check out some battles that I used Sunny Castform in. A really spicy, fun Pokemon to use here in the Love Cup. Ember, Solar Beam, and Weather Ball. You're gonna love the Booms, and we also have Triple Legacy Seaking right there, and Electrode. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team in these battles. Let's go and get right into it. Okay, getting into the first battle here, we have Castform on the lead versus Sylveon. This is actually a pretty good matchup for us. Our fire typing is going to be resisting those charms, and Ember and Weather Ball is very spammy. We do see a swap now into Electrode from my opponent, so I can't necessarily swap into my own Electrode. So what I'm going to do is look to get myself an advantage here. I'm going to go ahead and go for Weather Ball. They let it go through, which is fine, and they will be throwing their own discharge now. Now I do have the count. They threw the discharge right away, which means I might be able to catch the next one on my own Electrode. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try to get ourselves shield, even shields right now, because I did shield that discharge. So we do get a shield, which is perfect. And then on this third one now, I'm going to go ahead and swap into my Electrode to catch the discharge as it is resisted here. So we do catch it. Beautiful right there for us, and we will commit to the farm down with Volt Switch. So this is actually a perfect setup for us now. So we do see Sylveon come back in. We're going to go ahead and go for double discharge here. I could go for Hyper Beam, but it risks being shielded. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the double discharge because this will definitely get the shield and the damage off. So that way we're looking still pretty good here. There may be an Alomomola in the back. If there is, I think we'll still be okay with our Seaking with Poison Jab and Icy Wind for those debuffs, Drill Run for the neutral. So we're going to go ahead, come in with the Seaking right here to catch the charge move. I want to save my Castform just in case, but we'll have to see what's going to be in the back. We go ahead and farm down, and the final Pokemon in the back is going to be Milotic. Okay. So this is going to be tough. This Milotic does have access to Dragon Tail right here and Surf. So what we're going to have to do is throw the Drill Run here for neutral and then swap right away into Castform. Now, in hindsight, I should have swapped as soon as I could because I still have a shield here, right, to stop this Surf. But it is now going to be a race to Solar Beam if I can get to it, and we do. So the first boom of this video with probably many more to come. Boom! That is going to be a good battle, very well played. That's what's great about Castform, having access to that Solar Beam to absolutely destroy. Alright, moving into this next one, we got Electrode now on the lead. Again, somewhat of a neutral matchup right here, and I'm hoping that I can catch the charge move again on our Electrode. So since they're over farming right here, I think they might be building up to Hyper Beam, so I will throw the Weather Ball. They decided to let it go, and they're going to go ahead and throw the first charge move. So I don't want to get hit with a Hyper Beam, so I will give up a shield right here, but one more Volt Switch should be another discharge, so I will go ahead and swap, and sure enough, we do catch it yet again. This is what's great about Electrode, is it's very predictable. You can time its charge moves if they decide to throw on the energy. So hopefully we can farm down in time, but they do get to another charge move. That's okay. Foul Play right here is going to be neutral. It's not going to one-shot us, but they actually only have discharge. So they probably have discharge and Hyper Beam, which is still okay with me. We have shield disadvantage right now, but they do have a Slowbro in the back. This is actually a red flag to me that maybe there is another water in the back or a flyer. Something that is weak to Electrode because Slowbro right here is going to look to try to farm down with Confusion. So we will be able to get off 2 discharges right here. This does a lot of damage in the matchup and hopefully gets the second shield. We do get the second shield. So Sunny Castform now is about to make it rain with Solar Beams right here, as we are only taking neutral from Confusions, which is a lot better than potential waterfall from Alomomola. And sure enough, it is Alomomola in the back, and we are able to get to the Solar Beam in time. My goodness, this is going to be so satisfying. Boom! Nearly one-shots, and we can farm down now with Seaking to close this game out. It's still going to be a close one, but I think we have this one kind of in the bag. We're just going to go ahead and go for Drill Run right here for neutral damage against the Slowking, as Icy Wind would be resisted, and we should be able to Poison Jab down, and that is looking to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent, but again, there was a hard read right there. There was probably another water in the back, so good game. Alright, moving to the next one, we got Castform on the lead versus Talonflame. Not the best of matchups right here, so I'm going to go ahead and swap into Sea King after loading up a little bit of energy. Now, Sea King with Icy Wind is really nice, but they decide to swap into Alomomola, which is actually perfect for me. What I like to do in this situation is go for Icy Winds. Reason being, even though it is resisted and likely not going to get shielded, what it's going to do is consistently lower the attack of the Alomomola here. That way, their Waterfalls and Psychic are going to do less and less damage with each Icy Wind that I do throw. I also put them in a false sense of security, as here comes the charge move. Probably going to be the Psychic. Again, neutral damage, but we should be able to survive after 2 Icy Winds, and sure enough, we do. That is a lot of HP still left on our Sea King. So I put them in a false sense of security, and I'm going to go ahead and go for Drill Run now. This does neutral damage. They've been conditioned now to be looking out for the Icy Wind, but Drill Run here, woo, that's a lot. We'll have to see if they can get to another charge move, and they do. So I will give up a shield here. To take Switch. That way Electrode can be lined up against the Talonflame, and hopefully my Sea King can get off an Icy Wind to debuff whatever is going to be coming in. So let's see if it's going to be the Talonflame. It is, but they throw the charge move right away, which is actually very advantageous for us because this is going to take out the Sea King. But with an Energy Dry Talonflame, Electrode now will be able to get these Volt Switches in, and they're going to be forced to swap out. Now they decide to throw the charge move, so I will shield. Flame Charge is still going to hurt, especially since from a boosted Talonflame here. But we'll have to see what it's going to be in the back. It's going to be a Wigglytuff, which Sunny Castform here can do very well against because we are resisting Charm, and Weather Ball is very spammy. So we're going to go ahead and build up to nearly 2 right there. And we're just going to start throwing these Weather Balls. I'm hoping that we can get shields here, which is going to be very important for Electrode in order to win. And then we're just going to go ahead and throw another one. This is actually a good situation if we do get 2 shields from our opponent, but they decided to let it go. So this is going to be tough. Here comes the charge move from Wigglytuff. Ice Beam and Play Rough. Likely the moveset here is going to be resisted because of our typing there, so we will be able to farm down. Now, question is, can we get a Weather Ball off in time to force a shield? Yes, we can. The other concern here is Talonflame has energy, and I think a Brave Bird might just be enough to take us out, but I'm going to force them to throw energy here, and they throw it right away. Now, if this is Brave Bird, Ember should be able to take them out, but it's only going to be a Flame Charge, and we survive with 1 HP in a Dream, and our Volt Switch did get through right there. So, good game, very well played. Alright, moving into the next battle. Let's see how this one goes. We have Castform on the lead versus Scrafty. So somewhat of a neutral matchup right here. And what I'm really concerned about is this Scrafty going for straight power-up punches and just bulking me down, which would be very concerning for backline, and I think that's what they're doing. They're going to go ahead and go straight for power-up punch, so I don't need to shield this first one, but we will be able to apply pressure with these Weather Balls as they really start to add up for neutral damage right here on top of all of this Ember damage. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that first Weather Ball. We land it, which is very nice. That means we should be able to get to another one in time, and they are going to be throwing another power-up punch here, so we're going to let this go through as it's not going to be able to take us out, and we should be able to get to the Weather Ball now. This is going to force a shield from our opponent, or we win the lead and get switch advantage, both of which I think is okay for us. So we're going to go ahead and now swap out into Sea King to farm down with Poison Jabs before they can get to another foul play. But it was just another power-up punch. I shouldn't have shielded right there, but that's okay. We are going to see an Gyarados now come in. Kind of makes sense having Gyarados in the back with a Scrafty lead, right? So we're just going to go ahead and throw these Icy Winds to do as much damage as we can, apply those debuffs, and we will probably be taken out here in the mid-game, but thankfully, the Sunny Castform should be able to farm down. So this is going to be pretty close. Hopefully we can get to another, and they got the boost right there, which is very unfortunate for us, as the Icy Wind basically just got mitigated. So we're just going to go ahead and throw another one. We do get the final shield, which is very good, and they are overloading on energy. This is very concerning, as an Gyarados with energy is extremely dangerous. So we do go down to Cross Poison. We're going to come in actually with Electrode right now. I really want to load up on energy, and they decide to swap right away into Scrafty, which is interesting because this locks themselves into this matchup, whatever they decide to bring in. So we are actually looking pretty good. They decide to bring back in Gyarados, which is a tell that whatever's in the back might be weak. I'm hoping Talonflame or Alomomola. So we're going to go ahead and shield that cross poison. I'm going to swap now into Castform and Pew Pew down, and Electrode should be able to win. Sure enough, it is a Talonflame. Now, we do get to the Weather Ball in time, and this added damage is very important right here. Even though it is resisted, it does just enough so that our Electrode now can throw the discharge here and likely one shot. So we're going to go ahead, throw that discharge, and this is going to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent, as we will be able to boom it out of the sky. Boom! Takes down the Talonflame, and that is going to be a good battle. Alright, moving into the next one, we have Castform on the lead versus Castform. Sunny fight right here. So this is going to be interesting to see how we play this out. Now, I can't really swap into Sea King because I don't want to get hit with a Solar Beam, and I can't swap into Electrode, so I'm going to have to stay in this. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and go for Weather Balls right here. I want to do chip damage, and I have a feeling they're going to go for the Solar Beam. Both of these moves are resisted, but Solar Beam obviously is a very hard-hitting charge move, so this is probably going to hurt. And it is a Solar Beam, but we survive barely, and we're going to go ahead and now swap into Sea King because I know they will not be able to get to another Solar Beam in time. But what's great about Sea King on the safe swap here with Electrodes is it has access to Drill Run. Boom! Nearly one-shots the Electrode, and they may have forgotten that I do have that access to the ground type move. So we're going to go ahead and shield the discharge, obviously, and load up on energy, as Castform coming back in really can't do anything, and Wigglytuff now definitely cannot do anything because we will be debuffing here with Icy Winds, along with doing super effective damage with that Poison Jab. So we do get a shield right there. Hopefully we can get to another one in time, but they're going to be able to charm us down. Now, Castform does have some energy, I believe. I think it still has one more Weather Ball. So we will come in with that. Yeah, it's got a decent amount of energy. We're going to go ahead and throw this Weather Ball right here. Things are still dangerous. Hopefully we get a shield. And we do get a shield, so we're going to go straight into the Electrode now, as I do have a shield for myself and enough energy in order to kind of close this game out. I also need to be careful about Sunny Castform, as it's kind of close to another charge move. So we do see it swap in, so I will throw the discharge right away. I do not want to get hit with a Weather Ball right here. That would be devastating, as I should be able to win the race between Charm and my HP to another discharge, and we do. So that is going to be a good battle, very well played to my opponent right there. But that Sea King in the mid game, man, Drill Run, you gotta watch out for it. Remember, it is a threat to electric type Pokemon. Okay, moving into the next one, we got Gyarados on the lead, so a very positive lead right here for us, and we will see them swap right away into Electrode. So again, like we have seen before, I can't swap into Sea King here, because obviously coming in, it's still a bad matchup, even though we can surprise with Drill Run, but we need to get an advantage somehow, and I need to catch the charge move. So we're going to go ahead and swap into our Electrode, but I don't catch it, which means this actually could be a Hyper Beam. So I'm going to go ahead and shield, but it was a foul play. Okay, so this is telling me that they actually have foul play discharge, and we can survive this next foul play and hopefully be able to farm down with Volt Switch. So the foul play lands. That is looking okay for us. One more. Yeah, we can farm down. That is beautiful. We have a lot of loaded energy now, and because the Gyarados is likely going to be coming back in, we will be throwing the discharges here. Yeah, we're going to see the Gyarados come back in. So we're going to go ahead and go for discharges. I'm trying to do as much damage as I can and potentially get shields without wasting my energy. So I do get a shield right there. We will go for the next one right away. They'll probably let this one through, as they can definitely survive. This only takes it to about 50% HP, but we're actually going to swap now into Sea King and draw out what I thought might be the Alomomola in the back, and sure enough, we do. We saved our Electrode so they can face off against Alomomola, and like we've seen with Sea King now against Alomomola, these Poison Jabs and Icy Winds really allow it to survive in this battle along with our typing. Now, we weren't able to get 2 Icy Winds off, so this Psychic is going to do a bit more damage than we saw earlier in this video, and they got a defense drop, which is very unfortunate, but we have the Alomomola on the field. That is the important thing, because look, we still have our Sunny Castform in the back. So we're going to try to go for a Drill Run here, just like we did before, trying to sneak one through. And if it lands, we are looking very, very good. They decided to shield that one, though. That is very smart play by them, and they actually now swap into the Gyarados. So Sunny Castform here is going to go Pew Pew, and we are looking very good. These cross poisons hurt, but this is looking to be a good game, as we can easily get to this Weather Ball here to take it out. and then Electrode with a shield should be able to close out here against a Wilmamola, no matter how much energy it does have, because of the Volt Switch damage. So that is looking to be a good game. They were kind of in a tough situation, and we do get the Volt Switches off, and that is a good battle, very well played. So this team, again, you guys have seen me use a lot of these Pokemon quite a bit. It's because the Love Cup meta is very dense and not a lot of options, but I love Electrode and I love Seaking. They do great as well in the Kanto Cup, but today we wanted to try the Sunny Castform, which I think performed really well, handling the Pokemon it needed to and landing some of those Solar Beams against the waters that you guys are likely to see. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.